What up, comic book kids? Super Nerd 81 here, and I'm bringing to you Marvel's Now Champions. Now, this is a new series that came out like about a while back. I'm kind of late in the game with this one right here, but it's a series about these young superheroes who don't really like how the older superheroes are doing everything, because after Civil War II, what happened with them and everything, the younger generation sees like a problem with the older ones, and they said, this is not what we signed up for. We didn't sign up to do your petty squabbles, or you don't like each other or anything like that, or you don't trust each other. We want to save people, we want to help people, we are we want to be heroes. And that's what I love about the Champions, and this series right here is done really well. I love the writing. Mark Waid did an amazing job, as he always does. I think he's a good writer. Then you got Humberto Ramos, who's the inker of this thing, and I love the way he does the artistry, and how he penciled in the details and everything to the characters. Then you got Victor Orizaba, hopefully I said his name right, who is the inker and everything. And then you got Edgar Delgado, who did the coloring, and I just think that they did an amazing job. The coloring's great, the ink's done right, the writing's done, and the penciling is done. All of it's done really well. I love the way the characters look. I love this now take and everything, and they look more modern and everything. And I just love the way they did this. And in the Champions book here, we got Spider-Man, Miles Morales. You got Amadeus Cho, who is the Incredible Hulk now. For those guys who don't know, it's no longer Bruce Banner. It's this genius kid. He's like the eighth smartest person, or like maybe higher than that, in the Marvel universe, and his name is Amadeus Cho, and he decided to take on the mantle of the Hulk. He still keeps intelligence. He's a very intelligent, he's like a teenager, very intelligent, but yet the beast of the Hulk does take over from time to time, and he does lose control sometimes, and he does go into Hulk rage and everything. So he's trying to learn to control that in being the Hulk and everything. And then you got Vision, who is the Vision's daughter, and she's like this living computer, just like the Vision is, and she's done an amazing job. I love that they added basically the Vision into this, because she's just like him, does everything that he does, but is a teenager. Then you got Alexander, Samuel Alexander, who is Nova, and I like this Nova. I mean, a lot of people like Ryan Ryder, I think his name is, as the original Nova. I do too, but I like this younger version of Nova. I like Sam, because when I used to watch the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon series, he was the Nova in that one, and that's the Nova I got used to. And I love the way his suit looks. I love the coloring that they did like that. And you got Camilla Khan, who is Miss Marvel. And you got young Cyclops. When this one, if you've been a Marvel fan and you've been watching reading the new X-Men, you know that this version of Cyclops came from the past, because he figured out that his older self is a villain, and he went crazy, and he just comes back from the past to stop that. So what he does is he joins the Champions to help out. He doesn't want people to know that Cyclops is a villain. He wants to, like, change his image around, change that from happening, and so that's why he's joining up with the Champions and everything. So let's go ahead and go on with issue 1. Issue 1 that I read was really good. Now, issue 1 starts out with Camilla Khan. She's fighting alongside the Avengers, because she is an Avenger, and she just starts noticing that people are still hating them, which, you can't blame the citizens of New York for hating them, because this is the second Civil War that they went through with the superheroes. So they don't trust them, and I don't blame them. They don't trust them at all. And so she's tired of that, and then she's tired of all the petty squabbles between all the older superheroes, like Captain America and Thor and everyone like that. She's tired of that, and she just quits. She just quits the Avengers, and they go, "What? You can't quit us." And she goes, "Watch me." When Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Sam Alexander Nova already did that, because they told them that they were too childish and everything, and which they kind of are. Like they're teenagers, and they like to act like teenagers. So Camilla finally just decides to go to, and then but later on she feels in her heart that she wants to be a superhero. That's what she wants to do. That's what she got these abilities for, to be a superhero. So she calls Miles Morales, and she calls Nova, and she says, "Hey, let's meet up in New York." Nova says, "Hey, why don't we ever meet over here?" Because Nova's all the way in Arizona, but being Nova, he could fly, so he meets them all in New York, and they decide, let's form a team of a team that superheroes that want to be superheroes, don't care about anything else. And they're all like, "Okay, cool, I'm in." But they said, "Oh, we need more than the three of us." So Spider-Man goes, "Oh, I know someone." So they go to Utah where Amadeus Cho is helping some miners get out of a being stuck in a cave in, and Camilla's there. You need some help, and then Hulk says, "Oh, great! You brought the Avengers." She's all, "No, not exactly." So they help get the miners out and everything, and then they talk to Amadeus and they say, "We're starting a new team," and he's all, "I'm in. I want to join." And then they go, "Okay, we need a couple more people," and then Amadeus says, "I got the perfect person." So they go all the way to Vision's house. Vision lives out in the country. He lives out in the country. He's enjoying the country life, but he has a daughter named Vid. And how Amadeus Cho knows them is that they play a video game together, and she's like the top ranking person on this video game. So he goes back to being Amadeus because he doesn't want to go on Vision's house and destroy everything. They talk to Vid, and she says, "Yeah, I'll join." So she goes and joins and everything, and it's just the four of them right there. Cyclops is not in it just yet. He's in issue 2, but in this one right here, it's just the four of them, and they go and they hear about this villain who's doing human trafficking, sex trafficking, and they go to New York and they go basically stop the villain. And they save all the hostages and everything, and then people are Snapchatting them, Facebooking them, you doing all nowadays stuff, and they're all like, "What do wait?" Okay, we're getting all this publicity now. What do we call each other? And then everyone's all champions, hashtag champions, hashtag champions. So they all put hashtag champions on in their phones because they all have cell phones. Like I said, teenagers nowadays, and they start the champions, and that's how they get their name, the champions, and they're running with it. And the first issue is really good. The second issue is even good. That's when Cyclops comes into the picture. But the reason why I love Marvel, the champions, is because they deal with nowadays problems. They deal with human trafficking. They deal with racism. In issue number 5, I guarantee you guys got to pick up issue number 5. They have Gwenpool, who's the guest. I'm a big fan of Gwenpool. They have her as a guest superstar, and they're in a small town where they had to deal with racism and everything, and it's done really well. That's what I love about this series, is that they deal with nowadays problems. And I love the diversity of this too. Of the characters, like you got Camila Khan, who is Muslim, and then you got I think Sam Alexander is Mexican. I'm not too sure. And then you got Miles Morales, who is Spanish and I think black, and then you got Amadeus Cho, which is Asian. So I love the diversity, and I love that they deal with nowadays problems. So yeah, that's my review on the Champions, guys. Definitely pick up these issues. They've been out for a while, so issues 1 through I think 12 right now are all out. You can get them at any of your local comic book store. Please go support your local comic book store. That's a big thing, because nowadays everything's digital, and I like to go get the physical copy still. If I need to, I'll download digital, but so go support your own comic book store. As always, this is Super Nerd 81 signing out, and peace.